Hi, I'm Toni Williams, and this is Brooklyn Savvy.
Hi, I'm Toni Williams, and welcome to Brooklyn Savvy. We are pleased to have Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams as part of our conversation today.
It's about talking about these issues around policing and bringing those groups who were not really impacted by it to understand that this is a conversation that we must have. Long before
right.
Bill de Blasio was telling his son how to interact with police, we had to do service of not only telling our children how to interact with the police in blue uniforms, we had to look out after the bad guy in blue jeans.
Absolutely.
When I was 15, my brother and I were arrested, and the police officer who arrested us took us and was processing the forms for the arrest. And out of nowhere, it wasn't as though we ran from them. It wasn't as though we were discourteous. Just in the middle of the conversation, they asked each other, "Do you feel like a beatdown?" They were saying, "Why were you just so aggressive about this? Why did you put your career on the line?" Because I knew that the only way you get a demon out of you is you have to go in and you have to do something. And I found life in knowing that I stood up for some of the things that we were doing wrong in policing. And the conversation is just on what is easy, and it's not. We have to dig layers deep. America is really suffering from what I like to say intoxication of ineffective policing. And anyone that went through AA would tell you the first thing you have to do is acknowledge that you are an alcoholic before you can move forward. We have to acknowledge that we have a problem in policing. We can no longer continue to say we don't see race, we don't see gender, we don't see lifestyle. We do. Just as police officers stereotype people, people stereotype police officers.
It does change it. It humanizes everybody.
It does.
You are fantastic. You give me faith in community policing. I mean that in the most sincere way.
Yes, in the position that he's in.
Yes, to be a spokesperson.
Absolutely.
This was fantastic. Thank you so much, Borough President.
We would have had more time, but y'all all had to get your hair done.
He told on us. But we're going to have you back to talk about, the global issues around Brooklyn.
So
but
true.
thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Brooklyn Savvy panel. We will see you next time on Brooklyn Savvy.